Hello everyone, welcome back to Prince and Nikki's channel. It's great to see you joining us today. In today's video, we're bringing you an update on Project Bernstep. In terms of Project Bernstep, we're going to bring you the first floor casting and block work today, and that will include obviously discussions around what you see, pipe work and things like that.
Yeah, I think a lot has been happening. I know we've not been able to live out our promise of every Friday, but it's just that
Everyone just needs to tell Prince, stop promising weekly videos because it isn't going to happen.
um, a lot is happening. We've been very busy, for our work back here in the UK, and also trying to run a business back home. So we've been extremely busy. A great thank you to all those people who are trusting us with their design, all the queries we get. We're doing our best to respond as soon as we can. But yeah, we would put more videos. I think we got hours of videos, which if we want to post a video, it's like every
We
single
could
day.
post the videos, but obviously our priority is the client. So obviously, when you're building, there's a lot of meetings, discussions, organizing, coordinating, day-to-day reviews. So those kind of take priority. But we've bonged as much as we can in this one video for you. So we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
So just taking it back a short step, obviously, when we finish the first floor, the carpenters come in and they prepare the first floor decking. We have at that point the steel benders come in, they set out all the different areas for the building. We have obviously electrician and plumbers that come in at certain points during that stage. So what you're seeing now is when it's been done by the steel benders and the plumbers.
Yeah, and all this is a double mat. We use about just over 9 ton of 12 just for the mat alone here. So it's well reinforced. This design has been re-engineered by our structural engineer. So there is a lot of iron rods in that. A lot of work has gone into it, making sure every beam, every detail is just what it needs to be, because it is a huge house.
A huge house. But
Uh,
one thing I will say, I've noticed all our clients, they have huge house, then they get huger as they go along.
yeah, I think this building, in terms of size, if we look now at the gross external area, the footprint of the building is just over 8,300 square foot. That's just about 7,779 square meters. Is huge. So 8,385, just something shy of 8,400 square foot in terms of the footprint of this floor we casting is huge, and that even doesn't include, as Nikki said, the additions we add, the designs bits we add to it. So
Yeah, there's been some extra design added on to it at the client's request as well. So it
yeah,
has got larger. I promise you, it's not PND. Our clients just get excited and add
yeah.
more things.
Yeah, I think to put things in perspective in terms of the materials you see, you can see the materials there. We have 5 trip of stone, which is talking about 20 tons of lorries here, and then 4 trip of sand just to cast this floor. The amount of time it takes, we'll go through it as we go through the video, but a lot has gone into it in order to make sure we get a very good, high quality product. In terms of our concrete specification, we talk about, we aim for minimum of C35 to make sure that whatever we do is of the highest standard. So yeah, I think it was interesting. Um, we couldn't finish in one day, but we'll tell you when we go there, when we stop first day.
Yeah, I think as the project's getting more complex and larger, what we're finding is it's quite challenged to get the projects cast in one day for a number of different factors.
Yeah, I think it's mainly it's because we rented 3 machine when we cast the first floor. The first floor we used 3 machine. We were able to finish the first floor around 4ish. So we said okay, 3 machine, but the beams takes a lot of time because you got these beams here which are about 600 deep beams. So by the time
You
you
got to
cast,
use the poker and
yeah,
everything, isn't it?
that's what you can see Pate is doing there. So individually cast all the beams before you begin to cast the floor. So it just takes a lot of time to make sure you do it correctly. Ideally, we have been use a concrete pumping machine, but those are extremely expensive in Ghana. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, so obviously the first setup for the days, as Prince was saying, we have three machines. The machines come with so many workers, and you can see on the video they set up on the one side, and it's just a matter of mixing and sending them up and having a good coordination throughout the day.
Yeah, and also we had the cabin test down there the same day, doing the shattering for the edges, because uh, we found out that we didn't have enough board. If we want to do, we need the amount of board we needed just to do all the shattering was just too expensive. So the most economical way for us to do it is that we did a session, then carpenters continue to move the board along as we go. That was the most economical way for us to do it, to keep the cost to what we quoted.
Yeah.
One of the key aspects of preparing for the casting is the logistics, arranging for the machines. This day we were trying to find three machines in a local area was a challenge. Then you find the people, they say we're doing some work. Typically, usually they come and set the machines, all the frameworks a night before. So when you go to site, by 8 o'clock you start casting. But here we couldn't have all the three machines. So we had one machine who came and set up, the second one came early, then the third one. So by the time they finish setting, you lost about an hour before they go. The challenge we also face on this day is with water. The borehole there was not enough to deliver the amount of water we need to operate the three machines. So we have to go and buy water. So somewhere in the video, I don't know if beginning or towards the end, you will see that the water tanker is going to come. Uh, People, they got these tanks to put in the lorries to deliver the water. That was the only way we were able to
Keep things
keep
going, yeah.
things going. And all those are additional costs whereby you don't anticipate, because you feel, okay, I've got a borehole, and then you fill the tank you got on site, but the volume of water that is needed, the borehole could
Yeah.
just not cope with the demand.
The pumps can get tired, but I think they're just used to
It-
personal use,
I think
not building
it's
use.
just, yeah. I think it just couldn't cope with the demand of water, so we have to buy additional water just to keep the work going. But the guys, they try as much as they could. By 6 o'clock, we just done about a third of what needed to be done. So have to come back the second day with two machines. So all those are costs that you've not factored in, because the calculation was, yeah, three machines I could cast is one day, but here you are second day, and then additional costs. But these are the stuff why people say, I don't want a contractor. But if we were to be the client direct, you would have been
Mm.
bearing all those additional costs. But because it's a contract, you take the heat of making sure you deliver what you plan to do.
I think um, that's one of the things you have to always be prepared for with when you're building your own project, is that um, everyone's on their own time, and people will say they're going to come. People might come late, people might not turn up on a day. So it's just, you just have to get used to the way things work there, and you have to run alongside it, because you can't. Here we're quite rigid on, you need to start this and this person needs to come on Wednesday, but actually you can say someone to come, but what we find is that sometimes people are delayed on other things, so it just takes a little time and a
Yeah,
little get used to.
but here I think it's the weather also affected it, because on the second day, we thought we did a calculation. We said, okay, the whole day we can use one machine. I said, no, Mike, we had over 120 bars more or to cast. Let's use two machines. Around 2 o'clock, the rain comes. Then you began to try to protect what you have cast. So you're trying to protect it so the rain doesn't want it. It's only so much rubber we got around in terms of the DPM to use the protection. Uh, the rain stops a bit, you cut a bit, then it starts again. I don't know what
It's
happened.
like the rain just wants to go everywhere around the world at the
I
moment.
don't know what's happening in October. Even now, this is November. It's still raining heavily across Ghana. Even on the side, a couple of days, the guys doing the reinforcement works on PSO3. They're losing time. The commuters
Yeah.
doing the decking at this stage, they're looking time losing time. So I think the rain is quite extensive this year. Now normally you expect November not to rain as much.
And I think that's one of the challenges in Aburi as well, because where you're getting deliveries, the roads are quite tight, but also the roads on the actual Royal Kingdom as well, they're all mud roads. So any weather can put you back.
Yeah. So this is those images you see. This is the back of the building. So this is looking at the back of the building now. Before we go and see how we start laying the blocks and come up, let's just go have a look through the downstairs, the spaces in the downstairs. Then we go up and see where we began the setting out. Then the spaces, how the spaces began to form. Then you can see better. So right now we just is the terrace area of the ground floor. So this is going into the kitchen area. So the kitchen is on your right. Then on your left, you go the living room. Then on the further left is where you call the tenants room. So
This is a
it's
nice open
oh yeah,
family
it's just
area. It's
nice
very nice.
open.
And the whole design of this back area that goes out is because it overlooks the whole what they would have as their garden and swimming area.
Yeah, as you can see, there is a you will see there is a wall currently there. Just we have to remove it because the client want to put oven there, so that outlook will be made a bit bigger. So that's why you see there's a wall just in the middle there on the right. But when you're looking down now, this is the living area, and
Yeah,
then
and
the
then the
room
tennis is
downstairs
behind.
is a tennis room. So looking down that way is your main entrance. So you walk in, and then you come. The stair is on your right when you come in, and when you go in now is your left. You will notice that we haven't got any stairs in now because the client will be using a prefab already made a steel stair. It's a feature stair, so that's why there's no concrete stair in this building. So we've done some makeshift stairs just to be getting stuff to the first floor.
The whole idea of the house is that when you come through the front door, you can see straight through to the back. It's all like glass, so you can see straight through to the outside.
Yeah, so where you are now, we're going into a kind of a living, a closed living area, which is very cozy. And then that living space converts into a bedroom. So in case they got additional guests and stuff, there's a separate bathroom for this living room here. So that can be used as both living and then a bedroom
And I
as
think
well.
that's good. It's similar to what we've got. We've got multi-use areas downstairs that we can convert to bedrooms. I think it's always good to have those options so you can grow a little.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Amphi and Associate. They have remodeled this design to bring all these useful spaces because wasn't the design we started with. So you will see that they've made best use of these spaces. Like this room we're going to is a very big live a bedroom here got its own space. This is a house on its own. So I think they've made a very good use of a design that somebody has started a concept with, and just to turn things around. Mind you, Amphi came on board where we've already done the foundations. We dug the columns. If you could remember in our last video, we were having to now introduce new columns in the middle of the building to just deal with the changes which Shu has proposed.
Yeah, I mean, just to put into some context, originally we came on board to this project and the client already had the design. However, having rethink, the client obviously had seen Anafi and the great work that they do and just felt that they could add a little bit more sparkle to it. So we engaged with them and made some changes, and that's where we had to come in and make some adjustments. But it's always good to grab that in the early stages.
So here we are. This is the day that we actually starting to the first floor block work, and the first thing is getting the materials up. Yeah, so you have to pay for each of these blocks to be taken to the first floor. The prices for taking the blocks are range between 1 cedi 50 per square to 2 cedis, depending on the location. For instance, where we were working laying blocks on Royal Hill, the client paid for the blocks to be taken there. So it depends on your location, but you got to pay for the sand, you got to pay for everything to come on here before you can start working. So this is the setting now. Those that you can see over there, there were some of the design features which Amphi had brought. I'll put an image on the screen for you to see. But when we began to do the setting out, the client came to side and said, why don't I turn those into wardrobes or usable spaces within the room? So those changes have been incorporated as you see as we go along the video. But what the guys are doing here is actually doing the setting out based on what was drawn on the drawing before changes were made to suit the client's need.
And that's why it's always important to do your setting out and have the clients see the layout, or if they're in Ghana on the ground, go and see that. Because even with ourselves, with our own project, when we did the first floor setting out, we moved some blocks slightly different, didn't we? So it just makes you get a good visualization of things in real life.
And I must say, on this level, we only do one change in the master bedroom or the primary bedroom WC area. That's all the main changes are. And I also want to use this opportunity to welcome a new team member, Michael, who you can see in the background wearing the high vest. What's the color?
Yellow, I believe.
Yellow,
No,
yeah.
orange.
Orange
Orange.
high vest, and he's joined the team just about over 6 weeks now,
Yeah,
and
about
he's
6
been
weeks.
fantastic. He's helping Mike to reduce the pressure of what we need to do. So we began to grow to bring more people on board so that we can deliver a better quality homes for our clients.
And he is fully qualified, so he's got the knowledge there as well in terms of
Yeah,
drawings. He's very good at reading drawings, picking up errors, corrections, ideas. He brings a lot to the team as well. So it's a nice compliment to Mike and Michael together, because, as you say, as we've grown, we need more people to do different things.
yeah, and also we got 3 live sites, and it was just becoming impossible for Mike alone to be going between these sites. So having somebody else, if Mike needs to go to see PSO3, or Mike needs to go to Abokobi, or Mike needs to go to the bank, he doesn't have to worry about what is happening on site.
You're saying 3 live sites. You do forget we've got our own site too.
Oh,
It's forgetting our own project, guys, the reason why we started this channel. And yeah, we have had our guys, once they're finished here, we've had our masons doing some work and preparation on our site as well in the past week, haven't we?
yeah. A lot has been going down in the background, trying to get our self house finished. For so far, we have procured mainly all of our stuffs. And so very soon you begin to see videos will be tell you about our finishes, what we're doing differently to the norm. As you know me, it's all about value for money, saving money.
Says the quantity surveyor here. He wants to save money and
You got a budget, you got to keep
yeah.
to it. Got to keep to it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's been interesting journey getting to the finishing stages, because obviously, as you know, like a few times now, we've did the roofing sheets from China, and we've sourced our tiles and our doors. So there's certain things we've sourced, and we're looking forward to bringing the updates on that as well for you in due course.
Yeah, basically anything that we need that we would have buy direct, say in Ghana, we source those things from China. It took a lot of time. Even the quality control process alone, whereby you are buying direct from the factory, and you have to get these images and these forms sent to you to quality sign every single tile, to quality sign every single door. It's just a whole lot of process on its own just to make sure that what you are
Mm.
buying is to your specification. So it's quite different from you just going to a store to buy the door, or go to a store to buy your vanity unit. But these are being made directly from the factory. So
And
as
it takes a lot of trust as well.
it does. So the same way we brought the roofing sheet direct from the factory. Now we got supply chain all the way to air conditioning direct to the factory. So you will see what we'll be showing on our own channel. Should you need all those, we can give you the details for you to go and procure them, or we
I,
can help you procure and install them as well.
I think with the tiles, we was in Ghana in Easter this year, and the tiles that we were seeing and the prices, I'm like, I wouldn't pay that back here in London. So I'm just like, I'm not going to pay it.
We have 15,000 pounds of tally, do we?
So I was just like, no, it's not going to happen. I want to finish my house, but I'm not paying that price. So yeah, we went back, and to be honest, like we had lots of video calls with the lady that helps us pick our tiles, and the tiles that we've got, and every video that I've got from the factory showroom are the same tiles on the ground. So some people want convenience, but
Yeah.
me, I don't want to
I
pay
guess
15,000 for tiles.
no, I guess is with what we went for. We didn't go for the lower end of the market, so we go to a company that do got a lot of factories in China. They supply a lot of products to North America, Canada, Europe, UK, all over the world. They are high end company, so we were able to agree a deal with them, because all these companies, when you come across that they got minimal quantities you got to buy, but you got to be able to put your case
Mm.
together properly. So all this stuff we bought, for example, the vanity units, we were buying for five rooms. So we didn't meet the minimal quantity requirement, but you got to be able to express
It's
to
a
this bro. It's a
negotiation, isn't it?
negotiation and
Yeah.
a all order to get these people to manufacture exactly what you want for you.
Yeah, and I think the vanity care units have been the hardest because, in terms of interiors, that's kind of my bag. I like the interiors and the design side. So I'm very particular about how I want the house to look as you walk through. So it's been a challenge,
I
but
leave that one to you. No one will blame me. Everything you see,
I'll blame you if they don't
no,
look like in person.
everything you see is his choice, not me.
Yeah, so we'll bring you the videos anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so let's look here. You can see Michael in the orange. As you can see, they've been bringing up the walls. I'm just trying to get my bearings. Is this the front of the house or the back?
No, this is the back.
Okay, so where Michael in the orange is stood is the back. Yeah, you can see now. So this is what overlooks what they have as their garden. And then obviously what
On
we
the great
yeah.
feature of the house is your right side, which is great. It's kind of a V shape. So when it's finished, if you see the building, that is the main feature of the house. It just stands out
Mm.
of the design. So all this place is just a terrace area. It's a covered terrace area with just a small pergola.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
nice. On the like on the 3D, you can see all the different zones and areas. But
yeah.
I think it's you can really get a good idea of what the room sizes are and how it looks when you look at the bird's eye view. So I do think these images are very helpful for you to gauge what it looks like on the ground and then looking at above. Yeah, I think there's some good development on the project.
And one thing also to say is that the floor to ceiling height in this space, in this location, is only Royal View can beat it, because the client want a clear 10-foot ceiling. So it doesn't want to see any beams. So you got to raise the structure substantially more in order to achieve that finish.
And that's where the planning and coordination comes in, because as you're doing your casting and your block work, you really have to bear every design in mind, and that's where your skill comes in. Because what you need to make sure is that you've got the clearance for that to achieve what the client wants, and not have like screeding, and you have to be bear in mind that there's no screeding on top, and then you're going to lose the height. So it's really important that every stage is coordinated. For example, the roofing sheets has already been ordered. We know exactly what we're doing in terms of the roofing. So it's always about pulling the whole project together and visualizing the end, which is what I was saying about the how you want it to look. It needs to be visually how exactly what you want.
Yeah, I think it's you always have to factor in your finish levels, because the drawings we get in Ghana doesn't show you necessarily the finish level. Tell you what is your screen level, what is your tile level. It just shows you there's a tile here. So the builder need to factor in the final finish level in all the calculation. Otherwise, you'll be short if you finish, because I've been seeing instances whereby people finishing houses to do screening and stuff, then the room becomes short. But you can get around all that by knowing the final finish level and work towards that during the build stage.
And particularly your foundation, isn't it? When you're doing your foundation on a sloped land, you have to really be careful. I think the key thing is check and check again. Always, you're going through your project, you just need to keep on top of things and make sure everything's tip top, really, with all the plans and how it's all being coordinated. But I think that brings us to an end, really. We're just what's just here is a little teaser of how we're moving on from the next stage.
Yeah, this where we just began working on the roof deck for the rain gutter, because it's a secret roof. So we're doing the gutter. So there is a concrete deck around the whole of the perimeter of the roof level. Then uh, that get cast, and as you know, all at this level, everything we do at this level is fully waterproof. So we'll be using Sika additive into this. The same thing we use on Project Coffee to make sure there is no leak. And then your aft stand, everything, wherever the water will be, uh, touching at this level is all waterproof. And then that gets sealed with a concrete waterproof sealant, because we don't believe in using tile at the roof level, laying tiles in gutters, doing all this, doing scrape. Now everything we do at this level is laid to fall to the gullies, so there is less work uh, to be doing in terms of maintenance and everything. Say standing water now.
It's
The-
just about reducing the risk for water ingress, isn't it?
yeah, then because everything laid to fall, the water drains directly where it needs to go, and then this is where we are now. And by the end of this week, we'll finish the deck in there. Still, benders will begin doing their works, and probably I'll see this being casted before I come back in December.
Yeah,
Uh,
Prince will bring you some on the ground footage very soon. But I think this is a very critical stage, and it's one that we take lots of care and detail in because, as Prince was saying, we are very much aware, like with the ground floor, about water problems. So we always make sure that we check them. But thank you for watching, and we'll see
Thank
you in the
you.
next
See
one.
you. Bye.
Thanks.